Y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all, hey y'all. What's up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. Happy winning Wednesday. Hey yo, I really hope somebody bought their big notepad today because what I tell y'all, didn't I tell y'all we going to get back to the money conversation? And I got a money man here today, y'all, to talk about this money, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all those conversations that we don't have enough, especially in the Black community, when it comes to building wealth, credit, bank accounts, that type of stuff. Like, yo, we seriously going to have that conversation today. And y'all going to absolutely love my guest, y'all. But y'all know I got to say what's up to y'all real quick, yo. Y'all know I got to say what's up. Hey, let me get my comments up right here because I feel like I saw Chaos Smoothies in the top spot earlier. What's up, Cam Gotti? Checking in from ATL. Thank you so much, yo, for coming on screen earlier too, for and talking to those girls because they need all the love and all the attention that we can give them. And y'all, the best thing you can ever do is help somebody else. Like when you learning and when you growing and you reach back to help somebody else, that's what's up. Thank you, Cam Gotti, for being that today, all the way from ATL. What's up, Breezy Breeze? Don the Don, what's up, Don the Don? Jim of the Dilemma, what's up, man? Tanner, what's up? Tizzy Tay, what's up? Yo, yo, what's up? How you feeling? 8-track star, what's up, yo? Asita, Neon Say, Fatima, Laneta activist, what's up? Hey, Lene, where you been at, yo? I feel like you've been ducking us out. What's up? Nisi Pooh, what's up? Hey, y'all, my Bliss mentors, y'all, be on point, yo. Taylor, Journal Jade. I know I'm forgetting one, y'all. Man. But, yo, y'all know y'all be on point, yo. I'm old. Blame it on my oldest, yo. But Bliss mentors, y'all really up there killing it, like, for real. What's up, Kels? Yes, Jazzy Jazz. Thank you, Taylor. Yes, how can I ever forget Jazzy Jazz? What's up, Kai? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Sang, what's up, Sang? Hey, Destiny. What's up, Destiny? Hey, Dad. What's up, Dan the man? Y'all make sure y'all hold him accountable, y'all. No women, no kids. You innocent, you live. Y'all make sure y'all hold him accountable. That's a movement that we need in Baltimore. They said she been doing work. All right. Hey, all right, what's up, reality? Got your mobile phone? I know that's right, by any means necessary. Tay Bands, yo, Nisi Poo, stop playing, yo. Stop playing. Yo, all right, look. What's up, Jayla? We got to get into this conversation, y'all, because this money conversation is very, very important. So get y'all big notepad out. Get ready to take a lot of notes, y'all. Y'all going to love my guests. And look, y'all, I'm warning y'all, we had to do it a little bit ghetto. All right. My man is a professional, y'all. He's a professional. And they only let him be on Zoom, yo. So we had to rig up the Zoom, y'all. So if it look a little crazy for a minute, just bear with us. It's not going to be crazy forever, yo. But this money conversation is so important, yo. Just a little teeny bit ghetto, like that much ghetto. What's up, Sid? Y'all, this is Mr. Doug. Mr. Doug.
Thank you. It's not gonna be too ghetto for long. We're gonna work with it.
But look, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, that's us as a people. We're resilient, so we strive, we move forward, and we make it happen.
Yes, yes.
So hello everybody. I wish I could see faces, but that's all right. Without further ado, again, my name is Douglas, branch manager with PNC. Now, when I was invited to come and present and talk to you guys, I was really excited because this is something that I hold near and dear to heart, and here's why. Credit and financial literacy and how to build, wealth in the Black community is something that's missing, and if only my parents and, the parents out there, instilled that culture as much as they instilled, like, the religion, going to church and being presentable and doing things, on Sundays and Bible school and Bible study, then I think we'll be well off. But we're gonna kick it off with some conversation today around, what credit is and how we build it and where to start. I thought about the whole me putting up a presentation or a slide, but I'm gonna skip all of that. And the reason I'm gonna do that is because I think it might be best to have a real conversation, and the conversation is going to be off of our experiences together as a group, because that's how we're going to learn and that's how we're going to thrive as a people. It's important if one of us take it, or if one of us, find a way, we're reaching back and we're helping each other, and we're showing each other how, we can get to that next step, successfully. So let me share a little bit about me and where I come from, just a little rundown. So I've been in this industry now for a decade, from Southern Maryland, raised by a single mother, 6 siblings, and we were always taught, you go to work, go to school, you spend your own money and you do it all over again. But I've always had the mentality to be curious and always ask why things are the way that they are. So when I started this journey of adulting, and I purchased my first car, which is a 2011 Chevy Impala, with 40,000 miles on the interest rate 22%, and I was paying $500 a month, I asked myself, I could have a Benz, or like I can have, some BMW or something. Why am I paying $500 for a Chevy? So then when I started digging around and asking people, it was like, what is it? Like, why they giving me this for this amount? And they told me, it's about credit. It was like, it's all about credit. So I knew in that moment, I had to change it, and I had to figure out a way to do it. So when I went to my mom's and I was like, I think I need a credit card. And y'all probably already know the answer, just like most of our parents say, nah, you don't need no credit card. It ain't nothing but debt. But there's a thing out here called good debt and bad debt. We tend to run from what we don't understand or what we don't know, and times in our community, we're not taught. We're forced to go through things in trial and error. And John, keep me honest. If anybody entering in chat, anything in the chat, need me to answer, just let me know. Thank you. So we're forced to go through life and this journey of adulting, just through trial and error. And sometimes you don't know what you need to do, or how you need to do it, or who can you talk to, or with who should you start it with. So I'm gonna tell you now, all that starts like today. So this is the day of us building a relationship. I'm gonna extend my hand to all of you, as it comes down to this financial world. And I'd love to be a point of contact as we, embrace on this or embark on this journey. So let's be transparent here just a little bit. I love my people 150%, but, we're very reactive. I often tell, clients today, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. But we as a people, we wait until we need it to jump on it. And then when we do jump on it when we need it, sometimes it's too late. Credit is all based on history and when did you start. But if you wait to start that journey, then you're starting a day late. So you want to always get your head in the game, get online, reach out to me, to colleagues, whoever. But just a little side note there, but let's start. So what is credit? So credit is honestly your financial power. It helps you get the things that you need now, like a loan, like a credit card. It's based all on the promise to pay later. And banks thrive off of relationships. So always remember, you know, we banking is a commodity, right? We all have checking and savings accounts. So PNC, Wells Fargo, Capital One, it's all the same. But clients bank with bankers, not the actual bank. So it's all built on relationships. And a part of that relationship is, you know, lines of credit, loans. We want to see that you can handle money and you can do it responsibly. Um, so yeah, so it's never too early to start that journey. But that's a little rundown of credit. Now, if we think about where to start, you know, honestly, you know, something that is vital is, you know, starting with those and who you're comfortable with. So one, you want to look around and see if there's anybody in your immediate network or someone within your circle that you can go to. Two, if that's not available, if you do have a current relationship with a bank or whoever financial institution that's out there, uh, we're not in business to shade anybody else. But one of the things I will say is I take pride, or we take pride in owning that journey with you and showing you what success looks like and showing you what success may sound like. Um, so what I mean by that is, you know, we'll take those steps together and we'll watch you grow from A to B. You'll have a point of contact. You'll have someone to go to in the event that you need that support. So just always keep that in mind. Now, if anybody's like me, I know when I was 16, 18, you know, credit was not on my mind. I wasn't thinking about it. It wasn't something that was important. One of the things that was important to me was getting money. And when I was spending it just as fast as I was making it, I asked myself, you know, how can I slow down this cash flow? Because the goal is to increase what's in your account and slow down what's going out. So there's many different ways you can use credit. And when we think about those ways, not only as you know, I owe you later, but also as a way to build up a savings or to build up your account to make your average balance, you know, look a little bit more fluffy. Um, but then when we think about, you know, that paying later, banks and most companies thrive on interest rates. Now, I want to throw it out to the good of the group because I want to see if we can get some dialogue or something going in the chat. But who can share what may be reported on the credit or to the credit bureaus? Anything that come to mind? You know, yeah, was it? You know what? We do have options for that. So we do have student accounts in which you can open up in the. Well, let me ask you this. So, is there anybody you will want on the account with you? Oh, try. Let me see. Yeah, go ahead. I'm good with the echo. Go ahead. Oh, okay. Okay. So, all right. So, the first question that we did see out there was, you know, if you can start a relationship at 16, 17. Now, my ask is because you are a minor, it is important that banks are a highly regulated industry. And if we were to open up an account, you know, with you as a minor, you know, we're often, you know, looked at with a lot of regulations, with the dues. And we certainly want, someone there to support you with those disclosures and understanding what means what. Um, Definitely get you in a student account at 17. Johnny, I couldn't remember if she was 16 or 17, but at 17, she can have her 16. Okay. And if her birthday is this year, we can still make it happen too, if she has a late birthday. So now, I can't see, Johnny, I can't see any of the other questions, but was there anything else on there I touch on before we go back? Yep, yep. Yeah, I think so. Yep, because we were discussing what are some of the things on credit. So yep, so your spending utilization is certainly a factor, and someone did share that this should be in schools. I was actually talking to the principal at Towson Senior High School about this very subject here. It should be embedded in the school systems. Why it's not, I'm still in awe. I don't know why it's not a thing. But if I could be real for a minute, and if we really want to be transparent here, like we know why, the rich will continue to get richer and the poor will continue to be poor because it's a loophole, you guys. So there's a reason why, we're not taught this stuff. There's a reason why it's not given to us. We just gotta be okay with reaching outside of the box and learning on our own because again, we don't have the same setup they have, when they're in the school systems. So I had the privilege of running my branch at Towson University, and I also had the privilege of being at Morgan State University, where I graduated, fellow Morganite here. But in that time, what I've learned is when I was on Morgan State campus, oftentimes those that look like me, sound like me, believe it or not, guys ran from me. But when I was at Towson University, and we did not look like me, did not sound like me, and they brought their kids or their students in at 17, 18. We need to get Johnny a credit card. We need to get him started today. But you got to ask yourself, why is it like that? Like, why do we run from what we don't understand? Or why is that fear of building credit and building financial wellness or even just having a stability, why is it so scary for us? And I pose this to the group. Like, what is it that come to mind for you guys? Yeah. And, now, please don't judge me if I mispronounce Asia. Wow is definitely the response. So so now let me ask you all this. Now, thinking about where you are today, and thinking about your credit profile, um, on a number scale from 1 to 10, how comfortable are you with managing credit? Mm, that's deep. That's good. You see that, Johnny? Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. All right, Donovan. Yeah. Okay. I see. Now, kind of, if I may, just tap that subject there a little bit. They might think people would judge them for not understanding. Um, I think that goes beyond the surface, but I definitely think you're onto something there. I, I think it impacts us generation over generation. we tend to have to figure it out ourselves, so we don't want help or we don't want no one showing us. And then our pride often gets in the way as well. So sometimes, it's important to take a minute to understand where you are, and it's okay not to know. It's okay not to have all the answers, but you truly have to be okay with recognizing that you don't know, and I don't know. That's the human in us. There's clients that come to me and ask questions that I may not know, and you know what my response is? I just say, hey, you know what? That's a great question. I don't know the answer to that, but if you give me a little bit of time, I can find out for you. And I just leave it at that. But it's important to just come to terms with what you don't know and what you do know, and be honest with yourself and have those tough conversations. So yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, absolutely. Um, so there's three major credit bureaus. Uh, and within the three, you have Experian, you have TransUnion. Now, I will share there are times where you need to pull your credit report. I like to do mine at least once a year, and I typically do it around tax time. But when you do pull your credit, what you're looking for is you're looking for consistency, and you want to make sure there's no variability between the three, because some credit bureaus will have one thing where the other ones don't have it. And the reason why that is because some companies only will report to one bureau, or one company may report to two bureaus and not all three. But the three bureaus, again, are Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Those are the three major bureaus. Now, Experian tends to be the more popular one when it comes down to reporting, but three of them are the major ones. But you just want to make sure consistency is across the board. Uh, did that answer your question about the three? The other thing that I'll add with those three bureaus is, if you have, let's say you're an authorized user to someone else's card, sometimes there's a misconception where we think that builds, your individual credit. In actuality, it doesn't build your credit. What you want to do is you want to be co-owner to a credit card. Now, if you're a co-owner, as long as the co-applicant is 18 or older, you can be 16, 17, 15. For instance, so for one of my accounts, I have, my nephew on it, because I want to make sure he doesn't have to go through the same struggle that I went through. So I want to start his credit early. So with my card that I have, my limit on, I just added him to it as well as a co-borrower, even though he'll never use it. But yeah, he's definitely on there. All right, so see some more. Or oh yeah, that's a good one. All right, this is my favorite, because I think oftentimes financial institutions, and even, well, I'm not even going to say financial institutions, but I think sometimes when we go out and we get credit at convenience stores, not convenience stores, but like retail stores like Sears or Macy's or even Bank of America, PNC, it's important to understand how to eliminate interest. Now, here's the key to interest, or not even your key, but the bank's key. Interest is what keeps the lights on. Interest is what pays the salaries. Interest does that all for financial institutions. So to eliminate that, all you have to do is pay your balance back in full, month over month. So when you think of your credit limit and what you have, you don't want to overextend. So, for example, I won't use what I don't already have readily available in my checking account on my credit card. So if I have it in my checking account and I'm out at dinner or something, then yeah, I'll swipe my credit card or the security behind it. But two, to get the rewards. And then three, already know I'm going to pay it back in full. And the reason we pay it back in full is so that we don't have to pay the interest. So if I spend $50 today to get gas, by next month, I want to pay that $50 back. Because if you don't, what we do, the bank, what we'll say is, hey, don't worry about it today. You can only pay, we'll use Raquel. So Raquel, we'll give you $50. You use that, but don't worry about paying the whole 50 back. You're only responsible for 25 today. So you pay that 25 back, and we'll still charge you interest on that full 50, not the 25 you have left, but we'll charge you interest on the full $50 that you use. So it's really important that you pay your balance back in full. Don't leave nothing behind. Nothing at all. So when's a good age to start? It's never too late, and it's never too early. And what I mean by that is the earliest you can start, if you have someone that has strong credit and they're willing to put you on as a co-borrower, absolutely utilize that resource. But if you are, let's say, older, more seasoned, and you're thinking about building credit now, that's okay. The important thing is you want to start now. You don't want to let another day go by, because another day that goes by, again, it's shortened that history period. It's based off of history, the relationship. So the longer you have that history drawn out, the better. The moment you close a relationship with any card or with any, then it negatively impacts your credit score. All right, so let's see. Right, Kamari, who made this credit thing? So you know what? That's a good question. I don't know. I think what's that? Okay. Oh gosh. Okay. Uh-oh. Don't give me. Uh, so so what that happened is one day way back when the banks were giving loans, it was a simple bill, like $1 bill or something, and they probably said, hey, I'll give you this dollar, you can use it until Friday, but in the midst of that time, I'm going to charge you 0.01% interest, so that way I earn a profit on what I gave you. And then over time, it got into this whole plastic thing, and now it's everywhere. But I don't know who created it, but it is a beast. And if you don't understand it, it's time to get with it. So let's see. How do you increase your? Okay. Now, when Jayla, when you say how do you increase your interest rate, um, are you talking in terms of, so if it's a savings account, you want to increase your rate. If it's a credit card, you want to decrease your rate. Because remember that interest rate is how much you're paying the bank and you're paying their bill. So you always want to decrease with interest with credit cards. But the way you decrease it is building that good relationship. So you want to make sure you're only using 30% utilization, right, on your credit cards. You want to make sure you have no late payments or derogatory marks, which means nobody is hunting you down trying to collect payments. If you have any, let's say, student loans, which is okay. You just want to make sure you have an ongoing relationship with them. As I think about this here, my mother once said Verizon was calling her phone, and she was like, no, I'll just talk to them later. And this is back in the day; they're looking for her to pay a bill. And knowing this now, I'm like, Mom, like you only make matters worse when you don't communicate, when you don't talk to them. So she didn't understand that. She was like, well, why is this on my credit report? Because you didn't have a conversation with them and you didn't figure out like a plan to put in action to pay down, that debt. Now, cell phone bills do not report to your credit, to the credit bureaus regularly, but they will report if you show up late bill. So always keep that in mind. So they won't report when you're doing good things, but once you mess up, they will send it to all three bureaus. hmm So the credit report is similar to like a report card, and it's built off of really, I want to say 5 factors. So again, your credit utilization. Think about any derogatory marks, your payment history, age of credit, um, and but then also inquiries. I think I'm missing one, but yeah. So it's like a report card, and in that report card, you want to make sure you show up well. But the heavy hitters are really your payment history, derogatory marks, and credit utilization. So as long as you keep those under wraps and you don't abuse credit and see it as just extra money, then, and Jody, I don't know if you heard, they said they can't hear you. Oh, okay. I promise y'all, this is gonna be better next time. Listen, we ain't gonna be this hood. Nah, nah. It's gonna So now, but yeah, so it's really like a report card, and a way that you can get access to that credit report is if you actually go to annualcreditreport.com. It's going to ask you a series of questions to validate your identity, and then from there, it'll show you exactly where you are and where you rank as far as credit. So the first one you pull is going to be free. Anything after that, everybody wants money, so there will be a charge. So just keep that in mind. Now, yeah, yeah, absolutely. So now it can range from as I've seen personally as low as a 520. But it certainly goes lower than that. And I've seen as high as a 850. Um, but you certainly want to strive for a 7, or I would say, nope, I'm sorry, a 680 or higher. Now, your 680 to 720 is going to be good. Of course, your 720 and above is going to be excellent. But anything below a 680 can be questionable. It not saying that it's necessarily bad, but lenders and creditors and banks are going to move with caution because it could be a potential risk for us. You got to remember, this is the bank, giving you their money, and they want to make sure it's in good hands and that you take care of, the funds that is provided. I was just about to yeah. So what's good, really, I would say we want to aim for 680 or above. That's where we want to go for. And if it is below that, that's okay. what's important is that you know where you are, which will speak to actual. You know what the goal is, which will speak to that 680 or above, and we can develop a plan, which is going to speak to how we're going to get there. Yeah, absolutely. Overextending is a big one. What happens is, we will give a credit card. Oh, all right. So the question is, common mistakes that I see from young adults that are starting out in this credit journey. So one big one is overextending. So we see like students or young adults getting a credit card and believing that it's just extra money, like they don't have to pay it back, or it's okay to be late on that bill. I had a student actually more frequently called the bank and he's like, hey, my card isn't working. So we looked at the account together and we had a different conversation. We were like, you have to pay this back. And he says, well, the money's in my checking account. We understand that, but you still have to manually pay it back. We can't just go into your account and pay back those funds. But yeah, over is a big one. And then also, I think another one is a lot of young adults believe that because my cell phone is in my name, then that's reporting to my credit. Not necessarily true. Or they'll come in and, we have the credit conversation and they say, well, I'm an authorized user on, my mom's account, but that's not reporting to credit. That's reporting to mom's credit. But when you do an authorized user, we only need your full first and last name and address. We don't even take down your social. So that wouldn't report to your credit. Now, I see some questions coming in. So what is a good age to get a credit card? I think that is equivalent to the same age that you're available to get a debit account, or when you can go to the mall and shop. When you go out and you do your everyday shopping, don't use a debit card. You want to use the bank's money. Use a credit card. And the reason you do that is not only to build credit, so that way when you get out of college, you got an 800 credit score, but also if anything happens to that card, no one may not have ever told you guys this, but it's zero liability. And what that means is any charges that happen on that card that are not authorized by you, we cannot hold you liable for a dime. Whereas if you use a debit card coming from your checking account, then if there's a fraudulent charge, we have to investigate that charge. And the investigation could take up to 90 days. And that's 90 days without those funds. And on top of that, we can come back and we can hold you fully responsible for that charge. So you always want to be mindful. Like when you go out and you're doing charges and they have skimming devices and they're copying card numbers, you want to use your credit card, not a debit card. Let's see here. So they don't have auto pay. So are you saying like, no, the question is, if they have auto pay for credit, are you thinking in terms of like paying your bill back every month? Yep. Okay. Yeah, you do. But it has to be initiated from the customer or the consumer, of course. Like we couldn't initiate that for you, but yep. So we do have auto pay, but again, yeah, it just has to be initiated from the consumer uh, and yes, and they really, yeah. So I've seen sometimes, or more frequently. Let me share this with you guys. So there's been a common fraud, or common fraud has been going out in the current region right now, and that's account numbers and routing numbers. People are getting a hold of that, and they are tricking the system. So we had a client elderly client, and for those of you that stay with mom or grandma, educate them as well. She pays her bills, AT&T, through a check, and she put that check in the mailbox. And unfortunately, we live in a society where you just can't trust that your mail is out in the mailbox safely. So someone came by her mailbox and saw that it was mail in there and took the mail out. So what they did with that was they actually on the check they altered it, and they made it payable to themselves, and we call it they washed it. So they made it payable to themselves to get past the banking system using their credentials. And when we had an opportunity to recap with the owner of the account, we shared how important it is. Like, you want to safeguard your assets, and you want to minimize all risks necessary. So that means paying AT&T by credit card or paying AT&T, through your computer system. And I know our older, community isn't as tech savvy as we are. So it's really important that we step in for them. But yeah, you want to put it on a credit card. You want to try not to expose any checks, because what happens is when you expose your check, you expose your whole check. You might as well give them your whole wallet, because they got your full account. All right. So the best way to start credit, there's a couple options. It depends on what's best in your financial makeup. But one of the easiest ways is to go after a secured card. And what a secured card is it allows you to put down money as a collateral. So you'll put, like, let's say $300 down on a card, and we give you a credit card with that same limit of $300. And the reason you put that security deposit down is in the event that, let's say, you decide the card no more, you don't want to pay it back, then we have that $300 as a security deposit. So I think that's one of the easiest ways. But even easier than that, again, if you know somebody in your network that you trust, an aunt, an uncle, grandma, and they have sustainable credit, then ask them if you could be, a co-borrower on their credit card, or even ask them if they'll be willing to co-sign with you for that credit card. Now, but it's not uncommon. We see it all the time. But the best time is to get started now. Got another question here. That's why I'm trying to figure out. Let's have to build my credit up. Okay. So Tay, let me ask you, so you already have, do you have a credit card now? Tay, you out there? Do you currently have a credit card now? Can you? Oh, no, just a regular debit card. Okay. That's a, so now what I would do is I would try to get access to the credit reporting. And what the credit reporting is going to be going to do, and that site again is annualcreditreport.com. But what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to look at where you are. And first, once you credit card your name, and I'll say give it 3 months to 5 months of making payments, you're going to see your credit score jump, sometimes 20, sometimes even 40 points, all because you now open a credit card. Now the important thing is you just want to manage a good relationship and don't use more than 30% of what's available. How old do I have to get a card? Another great question. So, yep, if you know a borrower now that has credit, they can get you a card. You certainly have to be 18 older to be a primary on a credit card, but to be a secondary to someone else's credit card, there is no age limit. So it could be, I don't know, a 10-year-old or a 15-year-old. So as long as you're secondary to, the primary. Oh yeah, that's a situation. And we do, unfortunately. So the first thing you want to do is you want to look at what's damaging your credit. And when you outline or identify what's damaging the credit, uh, I often encourage my clients to send them a letter, and they have 30 days to respond to whatever it is that you're disputing. And if they don't respond back within that 30 days, then by law, they have to remove it from your credit. In this environment right now, it's that much more easier to dispute things because I hate to say it, staffing is a challenge everywhere. So utilize best way you can, and you can send them disputes, and you can tell them what you need removed. And again, they have 30 days certified mail to get you an answer. But if it's removed in 30 days, then it can be dropped. And if it's when they were, if John, if you were impacted by something like this, if your parents messed up your credit, while you were young, one of the things that may work too is if there is a 7-year time frame in between when that happened, that should be automatically removed. Or if you had no knowledge of the account, that's the thing. You can say that and you can have it removed. So yeah, absolutely, it can be done. And if Oh, you're welcome. See another one here. And if it was to get real low, we should get it back up fast. So here's the thing. We're building it up fast. Anybody ever tell you guys, it's easy to maintain an A, but once it drops down, once that grade go down to an F, it's hard to build it back up. It takes time. But yeah, there really isn't a fast way. I think the fastest I've seen, I'd say maybe 3, 4 months. I mean, I'm sure there could be sooner, but yeah, it's nothing like a week or 2 weeks or anything like that. But you just gotta really be on it. You gotta always be, on your mind, thinking about your credit, ways that you can impact your credit, things that you can do to, strengthen it. I'm always thinking about my credit, even in my current environment. And so even in the bank, I own, and to be very transparent, so I own 6 credit cards. Now, to a lender or a creditor, they see that and they're like, okay, wow. So he can manage, credit because I have 6 open lines. But let me not mislead you. I don't use all 6 of them. I have them. They're open. They're active, but I don't overextend. So again, if I don't have it readily available in my checking account, I'm not putting it on credit. So oftentimes I get letters in the mail and they're like, you're pre-approved for a $20,000 credit card or 30,000. But I can take it all day, but I'm not going to spend that amount. Just because I have it, don't mean I'm going to use it. It's something they tell us in this world, but just because you can, don't mean that you may. So it's just good to just have it in your back pocket. Like I said, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. But I do think this is a conversation. We need to get this in the school system. We need to continue this, and we need to just keep this conversation flowing because that's the only way we're going to grow. Um, but I think you got to ask there's a reason why, you know, we sometimes are in certain environments, right? There's a reason why because I feel like, there's moments that we're not, or not even moment. There's things out there, educational wise, that we're just not exposed to it, and we don't have the resources that some of our counterparts may have. But you know what? Again, that's okay. We've made it this far. We're going to continue to strive. We're going to continue to grow. We're going to continue to use each other, life lessons, and learn from them. But ask questions. Ask questions. If I can't say it enough, like just all you gotta do is ask questions, and I'll stand up here. You guys have me at full support. I'm with it. All right. So let's see. Can we talk about utilizing credit with like home ownership? Oh, that is all on point. No, I didn't, and I can't scroll back up there. Okay, when can you go up? Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Now, I want to be 100%. So when it comes down to investments, we do have PNC or even banking in general is a very segmented organization. What that means is we have partners that specifically specialize in investments. And while they may not know the answer of the best route to go as far as investments, I can share with you, I do have resources available. And we use a platform where it will share, where you are today and what you need to implement to get to where you need to be in the future. So definitely, if you want to utilize me for that, I'll love to put that resource in front of you. And then the other part to that question is, how do you actually work a credit card to build credit? With that current credit card, again, you want to make sure you only use 30% of what's available. You want to make sure your monthly payments are on time. Another trick to that payment process is if you make a payment today, and let's say your next payment isn't due until next month, the 28th, if you make a secondary payment, that's if you can, 15 days before the due date, after two payments, in actuality, it will be one because one would be for this current month, the other one would be for next month, but the system, it's like tricking the system, but it will allow you to represent for two payments and it'll show your credit utilization going down faster. So you want to pay on time, and if you can, 15 days before your next due date to get that second payment registered. Now, did that answer your question, Lene? All right. Yeah, it did. Yes. I think we're gonna do this again now. We're gonna do this again. So now, I did see a question earlier that I wanted to touch base on, like how to use credit in home ownership. That is a big one. So I tell my people and anybody that is a home owner, you have the ability to have a home equity. And the reason a home equity is so critical is because it protects you and it acts as a safety net. So if you have a home and the value in that home is, or the equity in that home is, let's say 300,000, you can have that amount readily available, at a lower interest rate as low as 3%, in your back pocket, ready to use when you need it. Again, I'll highlight when you need it. So sometimes things happen. Sometimes, you may need a roof, or you may need new shoes, and you use the home equity instead of going out here applying for different credit cards, which may have an interest rate as low as 10% or as high as 23%. You can use that home equity, just have, a 3% interest rate, and you pay it back, to yourself. So, but I know we getting close on time. And this comes. Oh, yes, yes. So I personally, I love the cashback rewards. So one way that I use it is when I do go out with friends. Let's say, I don't know, we all go to Chick-fil-A. I'll have them Zelle me the money, and I'll use my cash rewards card. So that way I get the rewards, and I can pay my bill back in real time using the money that they sent me. So yeah, I love the cash. I can't believe it's about to be 7-2. Look, we were just getting in the heat of things. So, yeah, this is what we're gonna do, because I know to closing, and I want to be respectful of time, but I also want to share, my contact information. So Johnny, you're gonna put it in the chat for us, and yep. So that way, you guys have a point of contact, and if you provide me with your email, then I'll definitely, send you some material too. But yep, I have a whole team on standby, ready to assist. So, and let's try to make this one thing, so we can try to schedule this again and make sure I'm on the calendar. But yeah, definitely, absolutely. Oh, you. Thank you. All right.
All right, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Yo, when I tell you, y'all, like the man is amazing, yo. The man is amazing, like for real, for real. And I hope that y'all really got like something good out of that, because we don't have enough of those types of conversations, and like we definitely need more. I know. Hey, thank you, Cam Gotti. I know, but he was doing good though. That's and like, yo, yo, Sanji, bro, I just listening, taking note. Like, right, yo, like for real. But it's so much more to cover, and he's like one of the directors at PNC, and he has a whole like team. So we'll meet different people who do like different things in the bank, so that way it can be like a broader conversation and you can have like different perspectives. But like I appreciate him so much, because he's just so like, yo, I got you, yo, like just let me know, I got you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put his let me put his I'm going to put his email in this chat. Like normally I would put it on IG, but I don't want everybody to have his information, because yeah, we not about to do that. Let me post his. I'm gonna post his right here, y'all, so y'all can have this. And his name is Mr. Douglas. If y'all didn't get his name, because I know because I had to do that crazy thing with Zoom, it just showed my name on both of them. But let me put, and he is great in terms of like responding back to email. So shoot him an email and he got you. Now why this thing ain't trying to paste, yo? Just because I'm trying to copy and paste. Come on now. Stop hating on your life. Yo. All right. Hopefully this is it now. Bam. There we go. So y'all can screenshot that. That's his email, and you can get in touch with him directly, yo. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. Yes, Cam Gotti can't wait for next week, y'all. Can't wait for next week. And is next week the one? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cam Gotti coming back for part 2 of the scheduling, y'all. So make sure y'all bring y'all big, big, big notepad for that one. Y'all already know what I'm about to say, yo. You already know what I'm about to say. Yo, go be productive. And I don't think I gotta let me see. I might have an opportunity, y'all. Let me see if my people ain't hit me back, so I don't know yet. Yo, I got an opportunity. I don't know exactly how much it is yet, but it is definitely a paid opportunity. And I recommend it. This is just what I recommended, y'all. I recommended that the stipend be at least $200. And basically, all it is you showing up to give your perspective about policy when it comes to young people. So, like policy and advocacy. But the dates to be available, yo, if you interested, yo, hit me up so I can get you connected. But the dates that you would have to be available is Wednesday, November the 3rd. That sounds like that's next week. From 7 to 8:30. And Saturday, November the 6th, from 10 a.m. to 11:15 a.m. So hit me up if you interested in that, and I'm gonna connect you directly to the lady that's handling it. This is our partners at the Y of Central Maryland. So hit me up and I'll put you in direct contact with them. And again, y'all, I just made the recommendation for the pay. So I don't know exactly what the pay is going to be, what they actually land on. So they might land on something a little lower, but like either way, it's still a good opportunity for you to be able to build up your name, make new connections, and just build yourself up as a leader, as a facilitator, as a speaker, all that. You will be a part of a panel. So they'll tell you what questions they're going to ask, and you basically answer the questions, and you'll have like an audience or whatever. So that's one opportunity. And then another opportunity, um, the Healing Summit. So shout out to everybody that's already on that team working with Miss Ann, but she needs 2 boys. So right now the team is all girls, which is great, but we always want to get that male perspective in there to represent for the boys. So um if you have time, and I'm not even sure like what their meetings are, so you gotta find out when their meetings are. I know that their meetings are late though. Their meetings are like 8 o'clock or something like that. So, like, if somebody is on that team, I think they got a meeting tonight at 8 o'clock. But let me know. And that one is another one that's paid as well. So just let me know if you're interested in that. And I don't know, y'all. That's something like, don't get me the line. Don't get look. All I know is I gotta back pay people like $120, something like that, and then pay them every look. It's a paid opportunity. It's a great opportunity, yo. So whoever want in, if you want in on those, yo, then just hit me up. Send me a text or send me a DM, and I'm gonna connect you via email. All right. I'm going to connect you via email to the partners, and you're going to have to be responsible for establishing your own relationship with those partners. So I'm going to be putting you on for that. And yes, Cam Gotti, thank you for asking. The one I talked about first, y'all, is virtual. Both of them are actually virtual right now. I don't know if somebody, Jimmy the Dilemma, do you know if the summit is going to be virtual or in person? But like all the meetings and stuff is in person. Yes, easy money. And y'all, I'm going to be having more opportunities for mentors too. And I know it's gonna break your heart, yo. I know it's gonna break your heart, yo. But like people that's already done with high school. I know, y'all. It hurt my heart to say it. It hurt my heart to say it because I already know that y'all would be great. But the thing is, y'all, some of the schools that's requesting us, they are requesting us on school time. So, like, that's the thing. Like, so y'all, I really need y'all, especially if you're close to being a senior. If you like a junior or a senior, yo, see if your principal is open to having a conversation with us about allowing you to do some kind of work study where one day out the week, possibly two if they let you, but at least one day out the week where they let you do a day mentoring in another school and you can still get credit for it. So just see if they open to that conversation. Yeah, I think we onto something because it's some people already that's doing like work study. So like they might have like one class in the morning and then they leave and then they going to Hardee's making breakfast sandwiches. You could be coming to these schools with us, yo. You could be coming to these schools, yo. Hey, Jimmy the Dilemma. I got you on logistics. Like that's no problem. Like that's no problem. But definitely y'all it's a big opportunity for mentorship, y'all. So yeah, we're gonna try to get that. We're gonna try to get that on and popping. But yo, go get y'all money. And yo, go get y'all money. Hit me up. Go be productive, yo. Go be productive, yo. Go work on your goals. You already know what we say. Like, yo, you ain't gotta have no big crazy goal. You can start with a small goal right where you are with what you have, yo. It's all about progress. You ain't gotta worry about being perfect. It's all about progress. And yo, help somebody else. That gotta be the theme, y'all, is to help somebody else. Shout out to Soul because she's going to Mervo next week. Y'all know how I've been fussing and screaming about Mervo, saying get some of them bad kids on here, yo. She's going to talk to classes at Mervo next week, yo. Can't wait for that. But y'all, yes, yo, sending them emails, getting booked. That's how you do it, shorty. That's how you do it. But all right, y'all, if y'all rocking with us tomorrow, yo, you already know what it is tomorrow, Thriving Thursday. Leadership boot camp. Bring that big, 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 big notepad because y'all already know how we do on a Thursday. And I'm out of here. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow, y'all.